Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku 2, a game that holds a very special place in my heart, and I'm sure it does in yours as well, because of the fact you have clicked on this video. I will start this video off with a very interesting story. I still remember back in the day when I was a kid, I went to school and there was this guy who was flexing his Game Boy Advance to the entire class. I asked him to let me play for some time, and he straight up refused. I was very disappointed. I went home and told the entire story to my parents and asked them for that handheld device. And I still remember very clearly that same night, my parents brought me my first ever gaming device, the Game Boy Advance. And one of the very first games I played on it was Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku 2. So what makes Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku 2 so special? What is the reason that people still talk about this game in 2023 while other Dragon Ball games that came out during that time are forgotten? One of the major reasons for this is the game's faithfulness to the original story. For a kid addicted to Dragon Ball, it was more than a dream come true to relive the entire Cell saga at the palm of my hand. The game captures the story so beautifully, like I used to feel that I am Goku and the Z fighters, and I used to see the world through their eyes and also feel the emotions that the characters do. Talking about emotions, this game was an emotional roller coaster. From starting with future Gohan's sacrifice and Gohan having a nightmare about Frieza, this game shifts to Gohan finding a sandwich for Mr. Satan. So one minute I am depressed because my favorite character died, and the very next minute I am happily roaming the streets of West City finding the sandwich for Mr. Satan. For which first I have to find a bunch of kids scattered through the forest so the newspaper agent can sell me the newspaper, because the guy who is supposed to make the sandwich for Hercule won't make the sandwich unless he reads the newspaper. So as I mentioned Hercule side quest, I would like to add on by saying the side quests in this game weren't useless at all. You were actually supposed to complete them for the story to progress further. The way they integrated side quests into the original story added a slice of life element to the game, allowing players to connect with the characters even more. The compulsory side quests in this game weren't long and boring, while if we talk about the optional side quests, then they were too rewarding to miss out on, such as the Golden Capsules one, in which you were supposed to collect 25 gold capsules scattered throughout the world and give them to Dr. Briefs. And when you do so, Dr. Briefs award you with one of those capsules, which then you can use to transport to the world map from anywhere. That makes traveling and exploration way too easy. Another side quest is the 7 Namek side quest, when you are supposed to find 7 Namekians scattered across the earth, and when you find all of them, you unlock a secret boss fight, which is cooler. Not so secret anymore. And how can I forget that special character one, where you have to get all the characters up to level 50, and when you do so you get the statues, and when you collect all the statues of all the characters in the game, you unlock a special character, that is Hercule. So you can see all the side quests had a reason to do them. The quests weren't just like those of Dragon Ball Kakarot, where most of the quests are go get that, go fetch that, and when you actually do that, you get absolutely nothing. So now I will talk about the grinding system of this game. So while I was researching for this video, I saw a lot of people were pretty disappointed by the fact that this game forces you to grind levels. Because for the story to progress further, you have to get the characters up to a certain level so you can pass through the gates. Now I pretty much like this idea, because Dragon Ball gave a lot of importance to like training. Goku used to train, Vegeta used to train, every Z fighter used to train. So me as a kid, I really enjoyed this feeling of training and grinding to get stronger and upgrade my moves, rather than getting all the required experience for the next stage by clearing the main story. Take example of Dragon Ball Kakarot. If you clear a certain stage from the story, you get all the required XP you need to beat the next stage. There's no need to go do other side quests and do some training. Because if you go on and gain some extra experience from the side quests and level up your characters, this is how your story will feel like. The soundtrack of this game carries so much emotional weight. Even today, when I load up this game and replay it and listen to the soundtrack, it takes me back to the early 2000s when I used to be a kid and used to play this game religiously. I still remember the time when I was playing Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku 2 and grinding out levels in a wedding. Yeah, so it was my cousin's wedding and every other cousin was busy in the function and I was sitting at the end of the hall grinding out levels in Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku 2. Good old days, man. Good old days. I wish to relive these moments whenever I open up this game, but I can't. I sadly can't. So guys, cherish every single moment of your life. By the way guys, if you have watched so far, then please make sure to like the video as well as subscribe the channel, because that really helps support creators like me, and I would also be putting more Dragon Ball games related content on this channel. So if you are a Dragon Ball fan, then please not forget to subscribe. Coming back to the video, another point that I would like to discuss is the fact that how much this game improved compared to the first Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku game, which was a total mess. This game took all the weak links from the first Legacy of Goku game and improved upon them. Such as in the first Legacy of Goku, we can only play as Goku, which made the game quite boring. However, in Legacy of Goku 2, we had a variety of different characters such as Goku, Future Trunks, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan. This made the game quite refreshing and it didn't felt repetitive despite all the grinding involved. On top of that, all of these characters had different combat and different moves, which acted as a cherry on the topping. Apart from getting the opportunity to play as different Dragon Ball characters, this game also introduced the world map system, which wasn't present in the first game. So we had more areas to explore in the second game, which made it a true RPG. So these 2 points, along with the points that I have previously mentioned in this video, have led me to the conclusion that Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku 2 is truly peak.